Hi, travelers. Tara here. What is today? August 5th. And today, I believe, is Wednesday. So I'm going to be bringing you an open reading. I know I just did one the other morning, but that was a special one. So anyway, um, people, overnight, Mercury retrograde snatched my brain out and stomped on it. I don't have any clue what is happening in any sense or form. For those of you um, who have not received your asteroid charts, okay? And how are you going to know if you have your asteroid chart? It's going to have 34 points on it. So there should be a list of asteroids on it with names like Asclepius, Bacchus, Minerva, Panacea. So if you have not received that, I want you guys to email me. And I don't know if my email address is in the About box section. I'll go back and check. I had it there, then I took it down. I don't know, whatever. So just kind of let me know that. I had started making new charts, getting out to people because my astrology software crashed and I was not able to open those charts. Well, I woke up this morning and the new charts that I'd done for people, I can't find the folder anywhere on the computer, even though I backed it up to 2 places. So if you can just kind of work with me on that and let me know if you have not received that chart, I would much appreciate it. And then I can get it to you as soon as possible. I'm so sorry that I'm taking you guys through changes on this. Just kind of bear with me. It's going to be a tough Mercury retrograde. So anyway, I'm going to come to you today with an open reading. New subscribers, thank you so much for joining me. New website membership members, thank you for coming over. Let me know if you have any questions about anything over on the site or if it's something you don't understand. Let's see. What else is happening? I don't even know. So my computer's acting up. The camera's acting up. Possums have moved in, and I love nature, but if they ain't paying rent, they can't stay. So the pest control guy just left. So anyway, and then I'm meeting with my attorney after this, and then I'm meeting with the people from the Neptune Society. I don't know if anybody's ever heard of the Neptune Society, but it is a society, it is a national or international, rather, cremation service. I'm getting up around that age, so that's what I'll be doing today. So I'm just going to go ahead and bring this. I'm so excited to meet these people from the Neptune Society. So that's what's happening for me. I hope she gets a chance to see this. And if she doesn't, anybody who watches her channel, if you holler at her, please let her know. I'm going to try to send her an email today that I'm asking after her. Nicole over at Angelic Therapy and Healing, her channel, that is the name of her channel here on YouTube. She's been on my mind for the past, I don't know, 24 hours. So if you see this, Nicole, please send me an email just to let me know how you are. And also, Pam S. from Janesville, Wisconsin. I really need you to contact me, please. I want to know how you're doing after your Akashic Records readings. I've sent you 3 emails and I have not heard anything back from you. Now, I know that I always say when I give those Akashic Records readings, my end goal is that I don't want to hear from you again in terms of the problems that you have, but I do want to know if you're doing okay. That is, I like to check up on people to see how they are doing with that. So that's that, and we're going to get into the reading here. I have the Rider-Waite, the Radiant White deck. I have the not the Indo-Venus. I have the La Vida Sibilas, and I have the Angel Answer cards, and I'm going to pull a Heart Oracle Tarot. Hold it. I'm trying to do it all today. So I have a lot on my plate. Michelle D out in California. I don't know if you got my message on Facebook. Oh yeah, guys. And you can join my Facebook group if you'd like. You can find the link in the About box section of the channel. Please tell your son, your darling little son, thank him so much for his visit. That was so wonderful. Personal readings, if you're interested in personal readings, you can always click on the little eye over here in the corner. That will take you directly over to the website, and from there you can check out the prices. You can check out the membership options that I have. You get your natal charts, there's astrology videos, there's articles, there's all kinds of cool stuff. The individual extended monthly readings are there on the site as well. So you're not just paying to access, tarot card readings. There's other stuff there. There's metaphysical articles, astrology articles, tarot articles. Let's see what else. If you are interested in booking a phone reading, I do ask before you submit any payment and the booking form, because you have to do both, that you please read the important information on booking tab. And what you do is you hover your mouse over where it says readings by phone, and a submenu will pop out to the side. That's the first one. So click on that and read it, and it'll tell you exactly what it is that you need to do and what information I need from you in order to conduct that reading. For video readings, there's a tab for that, and that's pretty self-explanatory. That too is a two-step process: payment and then the booking form. Please don't send me any extraneous information. Just kind of give me the general gist about what it is, your questions, and then we'll just go from there. My turnaround time is typically between 48 to 72 hours in terms of once I receive the payment and the form. That's going to depend as well, but I try to get back to people within 48 to 72 hours so I can get that reading out. I don't want people to be waiting a week, 2 weeks. I just don't believe in that. So I think that's everything that I wanted to say to you guys this morning. So let's get started with the reading and see what the cards have to say. Okay. Oh. I've been getting a lot of emails from people. A lot of them have been expressing their support, and I want to thank you so much for that. But the rest of them have been about just the strange energy that is swirling around. We are in retrograde season, and we have Uranus retrograde in Aries. Saturn is going to be retrograde. Mercury is going into retrograde. Venus is already retrograde, and she will be retrograding through two signs, the sign of Aries and the sign of Pisces. Jupiter is in retrograde, and Pluto is retrograde in Capricorn. So that's 7, I think, out of 9 planets. I don't know, my math, just whatever. So, there can be a lot of, the way I'm experiencing it is, what do you call it? Just this undercurrent of, I can't even explain it, but there's an undercurrent of energy going on. Now, if you have your chart, what you can do is you can look at where they are placed, those planets are placed natally for you, and what house and what sign. And that should tell you a bit about where you may be experiencing those energies, or what area of your life you might be feeling, having a bit of a challenge. If that is the case, please come over to the website and post up what's going on with you. And I may not get back to you right away, but I will come back and address and tell you what I see. I'll make a new chart and pull it up and see what's happening, and perhaps we can figure out a way to deal with that. So this is a different way of doing a reading, okay? And using the astrology of that. So the first card that has come out, and I think this is kind of apt, is the Six of Swords. And the Six of Swords represents Mercury in Aquarius. And we know that all of the eclipses this year are going across the Aquarius Leo axes. This is the axes that the opposition of groups, friends, and networks over lovers, children, hobbies, creativity, sex. Okay, that's what the 5th house of Leo rules. Leo is about the house of Leo. The 5th house rules the legacy that you leave to others. It is about leadership. And then the opposite house of that, the 11th house of Aquarius, which is ruled by Uranus. Uranus rules groups, networks, charities, organizations. It is about what kind of work that you do that would benefit the collective, okay? So we have Mercury in Aquarius, and this card is a swords card for those of you who don't know much about the tarot. Swords represent thoughts, beliefs, concepts, ideas, communications, and that's kind of a tricky house. Now, because it is Mercury, and Mercury is the sign of communications, negotiations, sales, travels, the internet, your voice across all mediums. And what we have is we have trying to move away or moving away from something. Okay, and this is going to play out differently for everybody. Some of this may apply, none of it may apply. Take what you can and disregard what you cannot. But the implication with this card is that you are moving away from troubled times or confusing times to a more calmer time. Okay. Now, for some of you, this could be that you are moving. Maybe you are moving around water, by water, near water. Maybe you're contemplating moving around water, by water, near water. Maybe you're contemplating traveling. Maybe you're contemplating going on vacation. To me, this card can either be an indication of someone in your life who is assisting you in doing that, or it could simply be a representation of the divine trying to move you forward. However, the thing about this card is that because it is swords, you always, you cannot take your wherever you go, there you are. It's that kind of a thing. Okay. So you might be able to leave those external troubles behind, but you're always going to take your thoughts with you. Okay. And so this is about, I think, sometimes being mindful of knowing that no matter what you're going through, it is going to be the way that you think about what you're going through or what you have just experienced that will determine how fast and how far you can move ahead from whatever that is that's been bothering you. I hope that made sense. So let's put down the rest of the cards. We will be doing a 9-card spread. This is for, general for all signs. Whatever you can get out of this, great. And if it don't, you can't. I always hope that, everybody, whether the reading applies to them or not, can get something out of the reading. That is always my end goal. So let's put the rest of the cards down and see what's happening. This is not for any specific time frame. We just kind of want to see what's going on. The 8 of Coins, the 3 of Cups, the Page of Wands, the Queen of Pentacles, the 8 of Wands. Well, I have 2 8s here. The Knight of Wands. Well, isn't that funny? And everybody's going in a different direction. Okay, hold on. The King of Wands. Woohoo! And then the Ace of Swords. And underneath the deck, wow, I have the Knight of Swords. Well, now, I'm not going to, we're going to say just for, look, there are no major arcana in this card, in this spread. For those of you who don't know much about the tarot, the tarot deck is broken into 2 groups. We have the major arcana, and these are our spiritual lessons and our life lessons. And then we have what are known as the pip cards. And these are our numbered cards. So everything here is numbered, but the pip cards also include court cards. So I have a king and a queen and 2 knights plus a page here. So this is either a situation about a lot of people involved, okay? It leads off with this Aquarius, this energy of Aquarius here. Groups, friends, and networks, charities, and organizations. We could say that, and there are, 1, 2, 3, 4 wands cards. So the way that, to me, the wands are read, traditionally the wands are associated with work endeavors. But to me, they represent the emotional component of being motivated to do the work. All right. In order for you to gain anything, you have to want it. And in order to want it, you got to be motivated to get out there and get it. Right. So it's heavily weighted towards the wands cards. Now, right in the center, we have this Queen of Coins. She is going to typically represent an earth sign individual. And this will apply whether you are same-sex or heterosexual, okay? Because we can all embody the different types of male and the yin and the yang. Everybody does. And she would be either a Virgo, a Capricorn, or a Taurus. Wait a minute. Now, sometimes I have been noticing a pattern over the past 6 months that sometimes the transits will show up And what I mean by transits, the planetary transits that we are experiencing show up as people, as cards. And I have recently, we have a lot of transits going on in Uranus. The Uranus in Aries is kind of a big one. We know that Venus is going to be traveling back and forth through there. And we also, there's the Aries sign. And then the major transits this month, all through April, is across Taurus. I'm going to be posting up an article later today, and if you have your chart, please take a look at it, because I have transits to my MC and my IC. My MC is the house of work, career, status, social ambition. My IC represents the home, where I come from, those people and things that hold me. And so I've been noticing for the past, I don't know, maybe 6 months, that sometimes they're starting to show up as people, these transits. And what I have discovered is that it points the way to someone of that particular sign coming in. Now, the transits in Taurus, Taurus rules the second house. I don't care if you have any transits, any planets in Taurus or not in the second house, but Taurus rules the second house. And the second house is ruled also by Venus. And so the second house represents your house, your apartment, your home, your bank account, your stocks, your bonds, your 401k, your possessions, your movable possessions, your self-worth, your self-esteem, about the things that you yourself personally, this is the personal house of money. Okay. It's not the 8th house of joint resources. So, this is going to be a very, I think, kind of exciting time, and probably a nervous time financially, and economically across. And even if you don't have like a whole bunch of money and you don't have, you know, stocks and bonds, you will be affected by any type of worldwide transits that are affected through this. Okay. It may affect your work schedule. It may affect your pay rate, or when you get your check. It may affect something to do with your rent. It may affect something to do with a car payment, monies that are owed to you. It may affect that. So please be aware. Now, to get into the reading, we have this Queen of Pentacles. And if this person is not of an earth sign, then it is going to be somebody who handles money, who would be like an accountant or a banker, or somebody who's very good with money, somebody who owns a business, someone, sometimes this card can show up as someone who is like a consultant. Okay. And so everything that we see going around is going on around this particular queen. So this energy of someone who's relatively grounded and who kind of has like the Midas touch in one way, shape, or form. It may not always be like monetarily having the Midas touch, but it could be somebody who has a lot of wisdom and experience. And sometimes that shit is worth gold. Yeah. Okay. So here we are with that. And we see that we're trying to move away from something. Whatever turbulence we've been dealing with, we're moving away. And I can say in one respect that we're working on that very hard. There is the 8 of coins. Now, coins will traditionally represent finances. Okay, just what it says. But it also represents the physical plane. So it is about the doing of the work and the practicality of doing the work. All right. And this card is known as the Apprentice card. So this tells me that some of you out there are diligently working on moving away from whatever this is. Okay. You may be doing it at a breakneck pace. You may be doing it at a slow pace. However it works for you is how it works for you. This card says to, no matter how tough it gets, don't give up, because this is the apprentice. There are lessons to be learned here. Okay. And, keep working on whatever it is that you're working on, and do not be deterred. Now, literally, that guy's making money. Look at that. He literally making money. Hey, that's what I'm screaming. And so, you know, but that could be anything for you. And so do not give up on whatever it is that you are. Remain focused and do the work with great pride and with great appreciation and with great happiness, because you are nearing the end. Okay. You're about to get to that, whatever you're trying to get to. And for some of you, I can see that you indeed have done that. For this could be maybe some of you have moved and you've finally gotten that job and you're going to be earning more money, but you may be working more, but this is something to celebrate. And we have the 3 women there. And so the implication is that that there's a celebration to be had with other people. This could be a graduation. It could be a baby shower. It could be a marriage. It could be congratulations that you got that corner office that you've been busting your butt for the past 5 years, and you finally got that promotion. So it could be anything. However, we have on the next row, and the way the cards are read are past, present, future, interplay of the cards. We have this Page of Wands. Now, pages bring news, okay? Pages bring news, and they bring messages. And from a spiritual standpoint, the Page of Wands says that you are about to go on to a new spiritual journey. In other words, whatever you've been learning, whatever lessons here, whatever hard knocks you've been taking in the real world, okay? The message, if you have not gotten it yet, okay, maybe you celebrating and you still don't know what the hell done happened, the message will come, okay? So this is about an opportunity to start on a new spiritual journey. Sometimes this card can be that there's very, very exciting news that's coming in, something that's going to move something along. It's going to make you motivated. You're going to be highly ambitious. You're going to be out to get it. You're going to have that fire underneath your butt. And we're going to skip over her in the center because we move over to this 8 of Wands. Now, the 8 of Wands is about travel, typically by air. This is about news coming in. This is about messages coming in. This is about things moving at a very, very quick speed. We don't really know what those 8 wands are aimed at. We just see them flying through the sky. And typically when I see this card, it means that whatever is coming is going to be something that's positive. It's going to be something that may have been stuck and slowed down, and suddenly it's going to come in like a tsunami. But if it's been, if you've been going through a bad time and you've been kind of stuck in this lets you know, this card is letting you know that whatever that situation is, it's going to be resolved for the better. Now, I don't want you to assume that that means you're going to get what you want. You know, if something didn't go right, but you can still get it resolved, that's for the better. Why? Because now you don't got to deal with that crap no more. Okay? I feel for some of you, we have these 2 cards. So this tells me that there's some travel. Either someone is coming to visit you or you will be going to visit someone. There's some travel and news here. But it will go back and forth. Why do I say that? Because here's this Knight. And Knights bring news and messages too. Okay? So whatever, I want you to look at this. Whatever this is, you see, we're moving towards the future. But then all of a sudden, we got something that reverses itself. And I feel that this is that Mercury retrograde. Do know if there are any contracts that you have to sign, if there are any negotiations. I was talking to an astrologer friend of mine, and she was saying that she has seen the transits across Taurus along with the Mercury retrograde be where you have applied for a loan for a place to stay or a car, and then all of a sudden you change your mind and you end up losing the deposit that you put down on the property or whatever the case may be. This is a Venus retrograde, and Venus is notorious for that. You buy something, and then after it goes back direct, you realize, oh man, this ain't what I wanted after all, or it turns out to be a piece of crap. So, so be cautious with that. But this is something that's going to go back and forth, and it reads like there are messages that are being sent back and forth. Now we have this King of Wands here, and typically he represents the sign of Leo. And remember, I was talking to you about lovers and children and leaders, but he, as a fire sign, he would also be someone who would be Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. This could be someone who's at a distance from you. Sagittarius represents foreigners or people who are of a different race or a different philosophical belief or a different educational background. As a Leo, he's going to be perhaps a past lover. And I say for some of you, this is true because look, dun, 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 the return. He will be a business person, an entrepreneur, someone who works for himself, who is full of ideas and lots of fire. So they don't necessarily have to be of that energy of that particular sign, but I can guarantee you there's a lot of fire and a lot of passion behind this person and within this person. So we see this individual, and he is, I think, it's on the verb. The question, if you have, will I hear from this person or will there be contact? The answer is yes. That's the Ace of Swords. And the person is going to be coming to where you are or close by. Why do I say that? Here is the Knight. Knights are events. The Knight of Swords represents Gemini. What is Gemini? Gemini is the twins, but he is also ruled by Mercury. Okay. We know that Mercury is going shadow. It's in the shadow phase, but it will be going retrograde April 9th. So I'm telling you, this is going to be something that goes back and forth. And I don't think it's going to clear up until around the end of May. So this could be a recontact with someone. This could be an establishment, a reestablishment of communications. But those communications are going to go back and forth. Now, why do I say that the person is going to end up coming to where you are? Well, hell, maybe you will be going to meet them, but it feels more like the person is going to come where you are. This card represents neighborhoods. Okay. It represents siblings. It represents elementary education. This Knight is rushing into this scene. None of these cards are negative. None of them. Okay. As they are laid out. Now, I'm looking over here. We see that, look, there's some kind of news coming, some kind of celebration coming. And the message will be coming in. Yes. Now, whatever this is, if this is a business partnership, I think that the two people will together here, can be very, very prosperous and very, what's the word that I'm looking for? It will be, I think, a very passionate endeavor. It will be something that's very positive. It might be something that's pretty fraught with egos. And the reason why I say that is because sometimes this Queen of Pentacles can be somebody who's stubborn. And this person can be somebody who's impulsive. Okay? So that might be a small clash. And this could be what this is about. And if that is the case, that they've clashed before, a difference in temperament, so to speak, I do sense that with this Ace of Swords, there is a resolution to that. I feel that there's a lot of passion surrounding this. Let's go to the cards. Let's go to the cards. And that there's something that they have to work on. And if we want to look at this Eight of Coins as on the physical level, the physical plane, I think both of these two people are hard workers. And I think whatever's going on with them personally, they've been working hard on it. And I think that if they come together in whatever manner that they're supposed to come together, they will work hard together. Okay. I was doing a reading for my friend John the other day, and he was laughing at me because I was like, man, you know, everybody wants that happily ever after shit. That's what we're raised with. Boys are raised to be princes, and girls are raised to be princesses, and they ride off into the sunset in the carriage. But we never know what happens to them after that. We don't know if that happily ever after lasted 1 year down the road, 5 years down the road, or if it's forever. Okay? And relationships take work. It's great to have rose-colored glasses and think that, you know, oh, we're just going to meld and we're going to mash and they're going to be able to read my mind. I'll be able to read their mind. That's great, but shit don't work like that. And so it requires, you know, a lot of work. Don't assume that the person can read your mind and vice versa. It is about being able to be an individual and maintain your own individuality within the context of the relationship. So it is about hard work and cooperation, like any partnership. That's not romantic. That's just the realities of it. So what I want to look at See, one person has gone one way and another person has gone another way. You know, there ain't nothing I want to pull cards on. Let's take a look at this Knight of Swords. That's who I'm interested in seeing. What does he have to tell us? Now, the timing, you see the 2 8s here? 2 8s speak to hassles and delays. So that's why I'm telling you this is going to go back and forth. Okay, so don't assume that this is going to happen next week. All right, for some of you it may. Just know that it's rife because of all the planetary energies for there to be delays. It's going to go back and forth. And so you need to figure out how to, like this queen, just remain centered and balanced in that and do whatever it is you need to be doing. Be working on your own self while you're doing this waiting. And maybe that's what this 8 of coins is trying to tell us. But, oh, crap. Nevertheless, that just took my whole thought away. I don't know who that is. Nevertheless, this knight is flying in. Somebody, I get the sense that somebody is moving or wants to move. I have 2 knights represent, can be a clash of, again, they're different energies, but these are both very fast moving energies, okay? This could be the person came and left real quickly and they were in their knight energy, but now they're coming back and they're going to be in their king energy. And this is always what you want to deal with. We could all be pages and knights. We all have our little moments, okay? But we want to be dealing with king and queen energy. This knight. Oh, the 2 8s. So the first interpretation is delays. This is going to go back and forth. But the other interpretation of 2 8s is you're going to receive news that will affect the relationship. Whatever kind of relationship. So at this time, we know that the planets are doing all kind of crazy stuff. It doesn't mean that we have to stop living, because they are. But this is really a time for you to, in effect, lay the foundation for when you're going to be able to move forward with this in whatever manner this means. Okay? Now, some of you are going to be like, oh my God, that means in my ex-lover. It may not be your ex-lover. It could be somebody new. Let's not block the flow here. But I'm sensing that it is somebody that you already know, okay, who has, in one respect, I also feel that the person has regained a new energy or a new, I mean, this person could be of any sign, really, and I'm sensing that they've gotten a new kind of a passion. Because there are lots of wands, maybe their business was, you know, not doing well, but now it's starting to pick up. That could be the thing. And it may be that the person just contacts you and says, hey, look, you know, you're the smartest person I know who knows how to do this. Would you help me? So the reason why I say that, there's only 1 cup card here. All right. And so if it's just that the 2 of you come back together to work on this work endeavor together, consider that a celebration. And then let things unfold the way that they should unfold. But it definitely reads like somebody's coming. And it is somebody that you know. You already know this person. Hold on 1 second. I want to get a good rifle on these. Because I want to take a look at this Knight of Swords. You know, this card rules the both the 2nd house and the 1st and 3rd decan of Gemini. I'm sorry, the 1st and 2nd decan of Gemini. So again, May. Okay, May is, if nothing else, when this will be, where you fully know where the story stands, where you stand, where they stand, May. Here is Mercury in Sagittarius. There's a Mercury in Cancer. There's a lot of Mercury here. A lot. Gemini, Mercury. So Mercury is going to be the culprit. And for some of you, this could be like you're going to feel as though maybe when you hear from this person, you're going to be like, yay, you know, it's back on. But it's not. It's a false start. It's going to be a false start. Why? I'm looking at the directional energy. It's all over the place. So this is going to go back and forth. So please be aware of that. Take precautions. Keep our expectations in check. The sacerdote, the single man or the man of faith. The melancholia, the depression and the sadness. And the desperate jealousy and excessive attachment to a situation. Now, and you know, them two cards ain't that good, but what it's telling you is if you hear from this person, it is because they're coming back to say something to you. They haven't forgotten it, the situation, or you. Okay? That's what that says. Now, I'm going to pull one angel answer card. So for those of you that this did not address your situation, and again, this can apply for male or female. You could be the male, King of Wands there. And you may have been wondering if you contact this person again, if they are going to be open to whatever it is you have to say. The answer is yes. But again, it's going to go backwards and forwards. There's a bit more work to be done. How bad do you want it? And that's what the answer comes down to. How bad do you want it? Even if you just want to rectify the situation and kind of close it. How bad do you want that? But the person will be open. All right, so here we go. I think it would be the best thing, really. That's the energy that's coming off the cards. And it's really going to be something great once you can complete this. It's just a hurdle. There were no major arcana, so basically you have all of the control over this. All right. You want to know what's funny? And this could be the test that the universe is putting before you, because this is really going to be about free will. Really going to be about free will and how you choose to move through this. And that's the test that just came to me. All right. See that? Choose a new direction. There it is. Now, I'm going to pull one angel answer card. I'm sorry, one heart oracle tarot. Wow, isn't that something? I feel like I've been talking for 5 years. my daughter said that this morning. She goes, Mom, you just talking? Let's pull one angel answer card. I'm sorry, one heart oracle tarot. And see what... and then I'm going to read you the meaning of that choose a new direction. I mean, that's kind of self-explanatory, but, you know, maybe somebody's like, how does that apply to what's going on with me? So I'll read that for you. So hang on one second. One card, Heart Oracle Tarot. There it is. There it is. Joy and stability. That, my friends, I think is the Four of Wands. All right, let's read the choose a new direction. I don't know if I can find it. Hold on. And then the Neptune Society people are going to be here at 25. Page 25. Oh, God. The time has come to choose a new direction for your life. The circumstances that you find yourself living in may seem unfulfilling, or perhaps your heart is full of discontent. That could be what that Six of Swords was trying to tell us. You know that there is something more out in the world for you. And you've been procrastinating following the guidance of your angels. In other words, you ain't been paying attention to what they're telling you. Make a conscious choice to be the person you are meant to be. Create an action plan for yourself that leads you in the direction of your divine life purpose. Begin taking steps immediately towards a happier future. And let's look at the Joy and Stability card. Yes, let's do that. The keywords for this card are happiness, celebration, sharing, and renewal. Like a beautiful summer day, this card brings joyful energy. Take a break or step back just for now from any concerns you may have around matters of the heart and spend some time in happy pursuits. Find reasons to celebrate with others. Welcome this warm, sunny energy into your life. Allow it to lift your spirits. Remember the law of attraction, and a high rate of vibration will attract all that you desire. Rejuvenate your relationships by renewing yourself. This card also speaks to a time of sharing and conversation. Lovingly open your heart and mind to people. Share your thoughts, excuse me, and above all, be a good listener. Feel the ebb and flow of energy as you communicate with others. You'll find that this brings increased stability and warmth to your relationships, helping you attract like-minded people into your life. Now, that right there was what that whole spread was about. So that's what I have for you, travelers. I do hope this message helped you. And until next time, namaste.